The Galactic Federation's most elite strike team stood frozen at the entrance to the human settlement. Commander Vex, a tall blue-skinned warrior from the low-gravity world of Astra, raised his six-fingered hand to halt his squad's advance. Beside him, Lieutenant Tarn activated her atmospheric scanner with trembling claws. "These readings can't be accurate," she whispered, tapping the device with increasing urgency. "The toxin levels in this human environment would kill any reasonable species." Vex squinted through the swirling dust. The Federation had classified Earth as a Class 5 death world centuries ago, a planet so hostile that its native species should have gone extinct within their first evolutionary cycle. Instead, humans had thrived and now sought membership in the galactic community. "Remember your training," Vex told his team of 20 warriors, each selected from different worlds and species for this diplomatic security mission. "Humans are unpredictable but reportedly non-hostile. Our task remains clear: secure the meeting site for the ambassador's arrival tomorrow." The team moved forward cautiously, weapons drawn but set to stun. Their reinforced environmental suits, the finest in Federation technology, whirred with effort as they processed the planet's punishing gravity and filtered its caustic atmosphere. Human appeared ahead, a male with graying hair who waved casually at them. The alien squad immediately dropped into defensive positions. "Welcome to Montana." The man approached with alarming speed, extending his hand toward Commander Vex. "I'm Tom, your liaison. Hope your trip wasn't too rough." Vex stared at the extended appendage in horror. Direct skin contact was forbidden in their briefing materials. Human epidermis contained colonies of microscopic organisms that could theoretically breach their protective gear. "We appreciate the greeting," Vex managed, avoiding the handshake, with a formal bow. "We must inspect the diplomatic grounds." Tom nodded, seemingly unbothered. "Follow me. We've got everything set up at the ranch. It's just a short walk." The short walk proved terrifying. The humans had built their settlement in a region plagued by temperature fluctuations so extreme that Vex's team's suits struggled to compensate. Twice the squad had to stop when proximity alarms warned of approaching electrical discharges from the atmosphere, what Tom casually referred to as just a little thunderstorm brewing. "How do you survive here?" Lieutenant Tarn finally asked as they crested a hill overlooking the ranch. "Our data indicates this region experiences temperature variations of over 60 degrees in a single planetary rotation." Tom laughed, the sound jarring through their translators. "That's Montana for you. 4 seasons in a day sometimes. You get used to it." "Get used to it?" whispered Grell, the team's biologist. "Their cellular structure must be extraordinarily resilient." At the ranch, more horrors awaited. The humans had constructed their dwelling from dead plant matter and processed stone. They kept enormous domesticated beasts nearby, creatures with muscular builds that could easily kill with a single kick. "Those are just the horses," Tom explained, when he noticed the team staring. "For riding, you mount these predators?" Vex asked in disbelief. "Predators? Now they're herbivores. Gentle giants, really." The interior of the human dwelling was worse. The temperature had been artificially raised to levels that caused the aliens' cooling systems to activate immediately. Vex noticed tiny, 6-legged creatures scurrying across the floor, insects according to their briefing, and Tom simply crushed one under his foot without concern. "Sorry about the ants. They come in this time of year." Lieutenant Tarn's scanner began beeping wildly. "Commander, I'm detecting multiple biohazards. The humans appear to be fermenting substances in their food preparation area." "That's just sourdough bread starter," explained a female human who entered from another room. She had long red hair and introduced herself as Kate. "Been keeping it alive for 3 generations. Would you like some bread? It's fresh from the oven." The aliens watched in silent horror as Kate extracted objects from a heating chamber that registered at temperatures that would melt several metals on their homeworlds. "We do not require nutrition at this time," Vex said diplomatically. Their inspection continued outdoors, where they observed humans working in direct solar radiation with minimal protection. One young man was using a rotating blade to cut through timber, sending particles flying in all directions. He wore only thin, protective eyewear. "Commander," Grell reported quietly, "these humans are exposing themselves to radiation levels that would cause severe damage to our species within minutes." A loud boom echoed across the valley, causing the entire alien squad to drop to defensive positions, weapons charged. Tom merely looked up. "Weather's moving in fast. Better get inside before the hail starts." "Hail?" asked Vex. "Frozen water. Falls, from the sky sometimes. Can dent your vehicle if it's big enough." Lieutenant Tarn's voice was filled with disbelief. "Solid water projectiles? And you simply endure this?" "We put our cars in the garage." Kate shrugged as if this were a perfectly reasonable response to atmospheric bombardment. As they returned to the ranch house, the Federation warriors watched a small human child playing with what appeared to be a venomous arthropod. None of the adult humans seemed concerned. "That's just a toy spider," Tom explained, noticing their alarm. "The real ones don't bother us much." That evening, as the diplomatic site was secured, Commander Vex gathered his team in their sealed temporary shelter. "Report assessment," he ordered. Lieutenant Tarn spoke first. "These humans survive daily conditions that would be considered catastrophic emergencies on our worlds. They breathe unfiltered air filled with spores and pollens. They endure temperature extremes without protective gear. They coexist with venomous creatures and consume foods containing living organisms. And tomorrow," Vex added, "the Federation wants to negotiate with them as equals." The room fell silent as the implications became clear. Humans weren't just Deathworld survivors. They were the most resilient species the Federation had ever encountered. What terrors would such beings unleash upon the galaxy if provoked? When the diplomatic meeting convened the next day, the ambassador arrived to find Commander Vex's elite team treating the humans with a new level of deference. After all, any species that considered Montana ranch life ordinary was not to be trifled with.